We're doing coconut lime rice. Okay, you'll need two small pots, and one's for liquid. This one has the chicken stock and the coconut milk already warming up. You'll also need a pot for toasting, and we need this six pan. That's a 400 size, 400 6 pan. Okay, so first we're going to go ahead and zest our lime. And you can take the zester, place it on the container, and go ahead and you just want the green part, you don't need the white part. And I go ahead and zest it all the way first. And after I zest it, then I go ahead and cut it in half and juice it. Okay. Just like that, and you tap it a little bit. And you'll get these microplanes from me. So go ahead and come to me when you are ready for one. And then you'll have your zest with your lime juice that you can save onto the side. We have our onions, our rice, and our salt. We'll go ahead and warm up our pan. And we want to have a nice coat of oil at the bottom of the pan. Our broth is slowly getting warm. We don't want to boil it too much, so you can always turn down the heat if it's already at a boil. You'll have a thin coat of oil. We'll add the onions right once the pan gets hot, which needs a little bit more time, and then it'll be hot enough. You don't need it as hot as when you saute protein, so you can go ahead and add your small diced onions. You'll use a rubber spat for it, and make sure you saute the onions at till translucent. If you don't, the onions will still stay crunchy even if you bake it and put it in the oven and cook it for a while. So make sure you cook it all the way done at this point, because it will stop cooking. Always give a pan a swirl, or you can use your pencil. It does take a minute, so you'll see your onions go from white to translucent, which means you can kind of see through them. And if your broth is ready to go, you can always turn down the heat even more, or even turn it off. And then when we're ready, we can always bring it back to a boil. You don't want it boiling a lot, because when you boil, that means you evaporate. And when you evaporate items, or evaporate liquid, you'll have less liquid to the ratio of your rice. Okay. Once the onions are translucent, you can add the rice for toasting. Okay, and let the rice toast a little bit. You can even season it at this point, and this is the 5 grams of salt that you need. Okay, once it's starting to toast, you'll grab your pan that you need. You'll go ahead and turn your broth back up to temp. Okay, you slowly toast it for a few minutes. Turn it off. Add the toasted rice to the pan. And you want to make sure you use this size pan. It's the best for this recipe. Okay. And then once the liquid comes to a boil, you want to pour it over. Don't let it boil for too long. Okay. Then we're going to take the hot rice and hot liquid to the plastic wrap. You're going to take and plastic wrap 2 layers of plastic on top. You're going to make sure you tuck all the plastic underneath the lip so that it's nice and tight. You'll see it start to puff out a little bit, which is good. And then you'll take your foil and cover it as well. And you want to make sure you take all that foil and it covers the plastic. If it doesn't cover the plastic will end up melting. So once it's all sealed, we're going to take it to the oven. Our ovens are at 350. You want to double check. You have your pan. If it's too hot, use an oven mitt that's on top of the ovens. You'll open it. Make sure the height of the rack is good for your rice. Don't let it rip the top, because if you rip the top, you want to redo the wrapping. And then go ahead and close it. Set a timer for your phone, on your phone for 30 minutes, or a designated timer. Make sure that it is nice and sealed, because when it's nice and sealed, the steaming technique will happen. The rice is done. We've pulled it out of the oven. We'll go ahead and unwrap it. And then the plastic will be the easiest to take off right now. Just watch your fingers. You can always have a towel. And if you take it off now, it just comes right off. But if you wait, it will stick. And then of course all the coconut fat is right on top, which is okay. And we're gonna give this rice a fluff. Please don't stir it, because you will make broken rice. So you wanna fluff it. And you can see that it is completely done. You also want to taste it. And you see how I'm fluffing it? I'm not really stirring it. And it will look a little wet at first because of the coconut fat, but once you let it set a little bit, give it a taste. Make sure it tastes good, which it does, and then you can serve it how you'd like on a plate. Sometimes at the restaurant, what we do is we use an ice cream scooper, and we scoop, and this controls portion control. Or you can even take a mold and mold it if you'd like. This is a plate. You can mold it into a shape that you'd like and serve with food.